so example one, we're going to use a calculator to find cosine of 54 degrees, 28 minutes. Now, you might recall that we've already dealt with the degrees of minutes things in chapter 10.1, I believe. We saw those before. Now we're going to use our calculator to evaluate some stuff. First thing I want to bring to your attention is your calculator needs to be set to degrees, which I think I don't have it turned on, that's why I can't see. This calculator here, if you have your calculator turned on, you'll see in the top right corner it says DEG. Right up here, it's kind of hard to see, but it's right there on your screen. All right, you want to make sure you're in degrees if we're working with degrees. There's also radians, as you know. We'd have to convert to radians if they were asking a question about radians. The button that switches you to radians from degrees on this calculator, I guess it's in the angle menu. So if we hit our angle menu there, which is right above that, you can see going down, get the little R, that means radians. So if you have some number of radians, you put a little R after it, and that'll make you radians. All right, so I want to type in cosine of 54 degrees, 28 minutes. So some calculators have sine, cosine, tangent buttons. This calculator does not. It has a trig menu right above the pi button. So you want to hit the second button, hit trig. To bring up the trig menu, we're trying to evaluate cosine, so I'm going to cursor down to cosine, or hit number 2, doesn't matter, and it should show up on your screen cosine parentheses. Okay, you want to enter the angle after the parentheses, and the angle is 54 degrees, 28 minutes, so I'm going to type in 54, and then right above math is the angle button, so you hit second, that, and that brings up the angle menu. You can see number 1 is degrees, number 2 is minutes, and number 3 is seconds. So we want 54 degrees, hit enter on degrees, and then 28 minutes, hit 28, bring up the angle menu a second time, choose minutes. You can type 2 if you want to get minutes, or you can cursor down to 2. Put an end parentheses to finish out your trigonometric expression, hit equals, and it's going to spit out an answer, which is the answer. So the answer to this is 0.581176491. 0.581176491. Okay, there's no real work to show here. I would like you to write down all the decimal places, and then I want all trig stuff rounded to 4 decimal places. So write down all and then round it correctly to 4. So around to the 4th decimal place, I'm looking at the 4th digit. The next digit after is a 7, which means I go up 1. So 0.5812 would be what I'd want to get for the cosine of 54 degrees, 28 minutes.